So there you have it. CarWow have decided that the cheapest car to run is a petrol car. Amazing. Not the electric car, but then again they did charge it at the 79p grid serve, the very expensive grid serve, and so it's hardly surprising that the petrol car has come out a little bit cheaper. But the reality is, for all those people charging at home at a fraction of the 79p are paying a fraction of the price of petrol. But sadly, I don't think you're ever going to hear this version from CarWow. Hello. Do motoring journalists think everybody except them are stupid? That we've got no brains, we can't ask any questions, and whatever they tell us we'll believe? Well, I do sometimes wonder. Recently I was looking at a CarWow YouTube video comparing hybrids with petrol with electric, and I have some very serious questions to ask, and it's got millions of viewers, so maybe a lot of people watching it are believing it. Please stick with me and I will explain myself. Hi folks, my name's Nigel. I've been driving for 54 years. 4 of them years I've been in a Tesla Model 3 and 50 years in petrol and diesel. I was in the RAF and I was also a rep, and I've driven many miles. Hope you can like and subscribe. Like if you did, subscribe if you want. That would be fantastic. But anyway, so I started looking into why there are so many adverts on TV and YouTube for hybrids. 6 months ago, that wasn't the case. It was the opposite. It was all EVs. Now we're seeing lots and lots of hybrids being advertised. Now, is it that some manufacturers see that there's a little bit of a chink in the armour of the transition to electric vehicles, and they see an opportunity to sell a few hybrids and make some more profit? Anyway, I started looking into this. I kept coming across CarWow YouTube programs, and I've seen many of them before, and it wasn't that long ago they didn't actually acknowledge that electric drivers could charge at home. The majority do charge at home. In fact, it's a fact that people living in apartments are less likely to own a car than somebody with their own drive. That happens to be a fact. Also, people in cities are less likely to own cars who live in high-rise. Other people, of course, for those people that don't have their own driveway, make all kinds of arrangements. They charge twice a week when they go to the gym, or they go and see a friend, or they go to work, or whatever, and lots of people make different arrangements. Yes, not everybody can charge at home, but a lot of people do. CarWow recently compared the BMW hybrid, petrol and electric car and told the viewers which one to buy and which one to avoid. They asked the question, are the plug-in hybrids the best of all, or just a poor compromise? CarWow also showed how much you could save buying or leasing a car from them. CarWow made the point that company car drivers pay over 3 years tax to the government, £19,000 if they're in a petrol car, £7,000 in a hybrid car, and only £3,500 in an electric car. And they also went on to explain the different types of hybrids. CarWow have always been against electric cars. They would normally charge at public chargers for their comparisons to petrol, whereas in reality, the majority of people will charge at night at the nighttime rate at home. CarWow have investments in Volvo, Mercedes, so it's not really surprising they are anti-electric car. Now, the electric BMW had a lane departure warning, so the test driver made several attempts to turn it off, as it was irritating him a big deal. And again, this is all part of the narrative that we don't like electric cars because it does things that we don't understand. And the car asked if he was sure. It's no big deal, because on a Tesla, if that happens, you just flick the indicator switch, and in his case, he went around a paper bag, and you would do exactly the same. It's no big deal. Maybe it is a problem in a BMW. I don't know. I don't own one. It's hard to find a brand with all 3 hybrid, petrol and electric cars, and BMW are one of the few. Now, it used to be Hyundai. They had all 3, but not anymore. Orwell says that if you want a car good for the environment, don't just consider tailpipe emissions. I wonder where all this information is coming from. But also they consider emissions related to the production of the vehicle, they say. And then they showed quarries for the mining of materials of lithium, cobalt, copper and nickel. He then did a comparison comparing driving a petrol BMW for 16,000 miles compared to 20,000 miles driving an electric vehicle. And this number will vary hugely depending where you are. And of course, as our grid gets greener and greener, these numbers are going to change a lot. And of course, a person who has solar or has wind farms close to them, that number is changing. So yes, we can say it does take more energy, more emissions at the moment to produce electric car, but throughout the life of the vehicle, it's not even close. Most EV drivers charge at home and most charge at the night rate. Others do make other arrangements at work, maybe going to the gym, and chargers, but what they don't do is sit around waiting for the thing to charge all the time. Which brings me on to the very last point about the car wow. They then decided to have a race, and they wanted to race charging with petrol and electric and hybrid. So the electric and the hybrid, they started charging up, and as always, it wasn't straightforward. And I have to admit, because I'm a Tesla driver, I just reverse into a Tesla and they've always worked, and I've never known a situation when they don't. Other ones are not so good. Electric hybrid started charging. The guy in the petrol went around the corner and started putting in petrol, and he was saying, "Oh, isn't this wonderful? Aren't I clever? Yeah. We're all stupid. We must be stupid by electric, because look how simple it is to put in the petrol."
Ew. Oh no. Let's just go and put fuel in the car, shall we?
Oh no.
Like a civilized human being.
Oh, I wish it wouldn't take so long. I feel like my life ebbing away.
Oh wait, they're here, stop!
Hello. Stop the clock.
You just like sidled up on me. Okay, let's stop the charging. We are done. We're done, Rory. Let's have a look how much range I've added. Oi! Look! How many miles of range did you add on your car?
Say 37 miles of range, 11 kilowatt hours.
How many miles did you add to your car?
Oh, only 140.
How long did that take?
Less than 5 minutes.
Guess how many miles I added?
I think you added 2.
What do you think?
It cannot be less than 10, surely.
1.
1!
That's a
But
1.
my point about this is that, are we that stupid? Nobody does that. No one would ever do that. You get home and you plug in. Not every day. Some days you do, some days you don't. And so it's a nonsense. Only a motoring journalist would think that that's funny. And I'm sure a lot of people looked at it, thought, oh yeah, I'm never getting an electric vehicle because they're rubbish, because I can put all those miles in and I can then drive 600 miles. Oh yeah. But I'm sorry, but the presenting in that way is dumb, and only a motoring journalist would do it. You know, people aren't that stupid. They know that you can charge at home, or there are other ways of doing it. And if you want to have a race with your mate, then clearly it's a race you're going to lose, because it's a dumb race. So there is no race. You plug in at home or to a local charger that's maybe slow locally, and you're doing something else, and you go and do something else. Same with Tesla superchargers on long road trips. I'm ready for a coffee after a couple of hours and I want to stop, and many of the stops are only 15-20 minutes, not even that, and you're ready to go. Invariably I'm charging beyond what I need to get to the next point. But thanks very much for joining me today. Maybe you can think about subscribing. If you're thinking of buying a Tesla, please use my link below. There's money off for you and some for me, and I really do hope you can give us a like if you did, and hope you can take your reusable coffee mug wherever you go, because you otherwise, imagine 8 billion people all having a paper cup coffee or tea once a day. 8 billion of those cups all go into landfill. Most of them do, very few get recycled because they can't be. Thanks very much for your time, and leave any polite comments down below. Take care. See you next time. Bye.